For years, my orchard thrived. Rows of apple, peach, and cherry trees stretched across my property, producing the sweetest fruit in the county. It was my pride, my livelihood, and apparently the target of my HOA's petty control. One summer, I noticed something strange. The water pressure in my irrigation system had dropped. Crops were wilting, leaves browned. When I traced the issue, I discovered the shocking truth. The HOA had cut off my water supply. Their reasoning? Some fabricated violation about shared usage rights that didn't even exist. I tried to reason with them, politely explaining that my orchard predated the HOA by decades. Their response was typical: bureaucratic threats, veiled insults, and repeated assertions that they had authority. Authority? Over my private land? I had had enough. I began formulating a plan, not out of malice, but to defend my property and make sure they learned a lesson about overreach. Their only farm route, the gravel road they used to bring trucks, equipment and supplies into their properties, ran through my land. Closing it would cause real consequences, but legally, I had every right. Early one morning, I drove my tractor across the route, dropping logs, gates, and boulders in strategic points. By noon, the road was completely blocked. The HOA board members tried to drive through. Nothing worked. Their trucks stalled. Their SUVs got stuck. Phones rang in a frenzy. I stood at the edge of my orchard, calmly sipping iced tea as panic set in among them. Letters, threats, and phone calls poured in, all demanding I reopen the route immediately. I reminded them firmly, you cannot trespass. You cannot steal my water, and you cannot ignore the law. By the end of the week, they had conceded. My water supply was restored. My orchard revived. And the lesson was clear. The moment you interfere with someone's livelihood, especially when it's been yours for generations, expect consequences. The HOA officers learned the hard way that entitlement doesn't trump property rights. My trees grew, my fruits ripened, and my farm became not just a source of produce, but a symbol of what happens when overreach meets resolve.